cool over there today?
Yes. I had to kick Lily out of my seat too.
Try it on the sit.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. And this is my hoodie string that Lily is eating. And this is the other one.
Oh yes,
Is there
looks lovely.
Nice and shredded, right?
Waldo, starting us off right on Taco Tuesday with 300 bits. What's up,
Yes.
Waldo?
Oh, come on, Lily.
That's gonna get Waldo a mystery game key here on Taco Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. And let's see what we've got in the mystery bundles today. And he's got a copy of Encodia going out to...
Oh, nice.
Waldo.
Yeah, don't forget, if you want a Steam key, 300 bits on either stream.
And that's $24.99. Look at that. Nice.
And
workout clock is ticking in 30 minutes. It's Tuesday.
30 minutes.
Yes.
30 minutes of exciting news that we can actually provide from.
Well, I don't know if it's exciting, but it is what it is.
we have patch notes from the QA that we still have to finish.
Yes.
It is Taco Tuesday, so that means everybody needs to get into the bundle me's because we are giving away
Tuesday. That's
two
right.
for Tuesday. So two people we're giving out 4 bundles each on both streams.
And Sage Rise sending out rubs for all the bellies. That include our bellies or just the kitty bellies?
It definitely includes our bellies. I don't know. I enjoy it when my belly's rubbed.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, yesterday we were working on some patch notes and we got some other topics. Of course, topics keep popping up, like people wondering when maps are going to get fixed. That one came back up again today. When are you going to... get some love and other things, but we're looking forward to Thursday's release, and of course the forthcoming supposedly uh, vision notes for the upcoming future. Not 20 years in the future, but a vision of what's to come, including episodes 3, 4, and 5, according to what Ravlox had to say on that. But we'll believe it when we see it. We'll have some fun looking at that, and then of course we'll check out some other stuff on Thursday, like town bands, see if those are working, and other good stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
yes, I didn't forget about that. Thursday we will
Yeah.
check all that good stuff out.
Yeah,
But yes,
I'm gonna claim a lot in Laz's town, and then he's gonna ban me. Ha!
you're
Will it
banned.
work? Will it work? What's it gonna do?
I don't know. I got a
Yeah.
game key that says it won't work on Thursday.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, because things are being thoroughly tested.
Yeah. But let's start out
Yeah.
with something a little different first. What's happening here? Why don't
Oh.
I have any audio on the radio? No audio on the radio.
Yeah.
Let's see what the cause of that is.
Uh-oh. Wrong input. Wrong output.
Something. I mean, it was working yesterday, so I mean, I don't know why it wasn't working there for the moment, but it's fixed now. So no dead air there. We've got audio back on the radio. I mean, go figure. Settings get changed just weirdly.
Yeah. I think that that post you that meme you put in Discord, it definitely deserves to be on my
On your desktop.
one of my group pages.
Yeah, well, again, I don't make them. I just laugh at them and share them.
Oh yeah.
It is what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Like the peanut butter one. Yeah, that was just too funny in my opinion. And if you don't
Yeah.
know what we're talking about, discord.me/NBNN. Come on in.
That's right.
See the kind of crazy stuff we share. It is NSFW here in our Discord. So if you're around little kids, sometimes you may want to just be a little cautious of what you're viewing.
Yeah.
Not always that
Yes.
bad, but we just warn people that sometimes it can get a little funky in
Risque?
this room. Yeah, a little risque. Thank you. There you go. That's
Don't
the
know what you're
word.
talking about. I am vanilla.
Yeah.
My neighbors do have a theory about what's going on in my house
Your
whenever I
neighbors have
hold a
a
party.
sneaking suspicion on what goes on over there. Is the
Yeah.
blow up dolls in the window, the gay pride flags, the cross in the garage? They don't see any of
No,
that
there's
stuff.
no cross in the garage. Oh, actually, there is a cross in the garage, but it's completely disassembled. So
Oh,
that
okay.
doesn't. Yeah.
Gonna say when you open the garage to go in, they don't see that. Yeah.
No, they see other things.
The stripper pole in the window in the living room.
I have the crushed red velvet window coverings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If that wasn't a giveaway.
Red lights in front of my house too.
Anyway,
Yeah. So I did take something outside and put it on the curb because for bulk trash pickup, it's a yoga chase.
Ah.
So yeah, and Red Dragon with the subscription.
Red Dragon has
Oh man,
subscribed.
does that mean we're playing marbles? We're going to
18
talk about the
months.
Shroud news.
That's
It's
up to Red Dragon.
Yeah. And Lily really just wants to put things in her mouth today. Okay, here, Lily. She was trying to eat things, and I kept taking it away from her.
Red Dragon says, Marbles sucks.
Okay, so we're
Yeah,
continuing with
but
the
you get
Shroud
to
news.
win stuff when we play marbles.
Well, you're supposed to like just set a timer for 5 minutes and then
Well,
do
that's
that
what
giveaway.
that's what you do.
That's what I do. Yeah.
But yes, we will have a giveaway, so make sure you are raffled up! Exclamation mark. I love free shit. We will do that in a few minutes. Let's talk about some taxes real quick before we get back to those patch notes.
Oh man. Pot taxes going to the mayor/governor. I still can't grasp the logic behind taxes from POTs not going to the mayor. Maybe you don't want rich land barons running the games with the kind of money to control other players if that is it. You can give a portion of the taxes to the mayor and or make lot tax revenue only spendable on items for the town. I would think the point in buying a POT is for the tax money to purchase in-game items.
So, Galleon, what would you think you could buy with gold from taxes, or is that going to
Nothing.
get
You can't buy
converted? Yeah,
anything from
well,
gold.
that's my point. Did you give that much thought, my friend? Is that would be gold unless it got converted to
And
kodos.
this is actually like a very old topic from pre-alpha discussions related to POTs.
Oh, this has been a perpetual topic for
Yes.
ages, but
Yes. Berrigan's like, it was originally intended that all lot deeds would require a maintenance fee tax in order to hold a lot, and special tax-free deeds were offered as part of the Kickstarter pledges in order to get funding for the game. The tax-free deeds were very popular, though, and the majority of players wanted to be able to still purchase them well after their pledges ended. So they started offering them in bundles and then eventually through deed upgrades. This, of course, angered some players.
a lot of players.
It made them very, very angry.
Yeah, though they were promised some exclusive reward that they could lord over other players, and many of them quit. Anyway, lot taxes are simply a gold sink and another way to have lots clear out when that player no longer plays.
How much can I get for a gold sink?
About $1.280.
Yeah. Well, this is Shroud, so if they added one to the store, it'd probably be like $1,000.
And then 2
As a
weeks later,
microtransaction.
it would be $1.50.
Yeah, and 2 weeks later, it would be actually 2 weeks later, it would be $3.50. Then a month later, it would be $1.25.
Yeah, there you go.
And it would be in the vault. And then it would also have a no trade flag on it. Traveler 13, consider it O&M. Now, if they give tax money to players, then they could open up a whole new player loop with actual O&M expenses. NPC, building upkeep, guards, etc. Maybe the player could work in money laundering, bribes, and kickbacks like in real life. I went with tax-free deeds because I want to play a game and not have a second job. Same reason I turned down a player a few years back when he wanted to put me on contract for Spider Silk. I sell my excess, but I'm not going to grind 20,000 silk a month for X gold pieces, whatever the specifics were. And Lane, like, taxes are a gold sink that existed prior to player-owned towns. And the point of a pot is the freedom to make of it what you will. Go ahead and implement a tax if that's what you want to do. Alley-oop's like, probably not a good idea to give governors incentive to boot people with tax-free deeds.
Well, there's,
So that would be a POT tax. Tax-free deeds wouldn't be applicable. If you were the
that's what
governor,
I
you'd be able
think
to set your tax rate.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what I think
town.
Lane is getting at, and
Yeah.
that would maybe work in some really popular towns where like the market towns where if you want a good spot, you got to pay X
Yeah.
amount a month to get said good spot in this town. Otherwise,
Yeah.
that spot goes up. I mean, it could be implemented by the town owner very easily, but how many people would actually bite on that? I don't know. Again, we were talking about this the other day, and I've got some decent spots in some some POTs, and
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to have to pay the property owner, the town owner, money just to retain said slot. For that point, I would just probably pull all my own vendors into my own towns and go, hey, I got all these vendors, come see them. Which I've also
Yes.
tried, and I find it just works better to have them spread out throughout the world than centrally located all in one spot because trying to keep that kind of inventory is just a job upon itself.
Yep.
Continuing on, good one,
Berrigan, there was a
7.5.
time I acquired a tax-free POT deed and looked around for somewhere to place it. I searched for quite a while, but most towns had restrictions on requirements. I thought if I had a pot, then I would make it completely open for anyone to claim a lot without any requirements, restrictions, or fear of ever being kicked out. Essentially, I would treat it like an NPC town. However, this was after the availability of player-owned towns and before the opening of Mistrender, where more pots became available. Then I had the opportunity to buy a town from another player for what that player had paid for it. I have set the town up to look nice without being obnoxious so that resident deco could stand out. I also have it set up with all the crafting and fishing devotional shrines, an oracle confirmatory to get your daily subsidies for taxes, expert crafting stations, and even a gusball stadium. I would never expect any kind of compensation from anyone. I did this simply because it was fun and I thought it would be nice. I even have it set up so that it would be still fully usable in the event of my demise, which is possible as I'm currently going through chemo for lymphoma. And Berrigan,
Sorry to hear that,
cancer
buddy.
sucks, dude.
That's right.
And yeah, wow, that's a lot to unpack right there. The town is still empty except for my spells, but it will be there and available until the servers are shut down. Even the lots that I'm currently using are marked as open for use so that anyone can claim them, even that my houses fall.
Yeah. Now, I understand his philosophy, and I pretty much did the same thing. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
when I first bought my player-owned towns, I told people, you claim a lot, I will guarantee you that you will have that lot for eternity. As long as you want to keep the lot, I'll even go as far as placing it in your name so that if the lot does fall, you can come back. But that wasn't enticement enough, apparently, for some people. And while I do have a handful of people living in my town, in one of my towns, my other town only has like 2 other people living in it. But it never fully did what I expected it to do. It's got the expert crafting tables. It's got the Gus Ball Stadium. It's got very accessible stuff. I don't think I have an observatory though. I don't have an oracle there. I could probably do that.
So
but
part of this actually becomes a discussion about housing as well as POTs, because the original design for housing and POTs was that it was going to be extremely rare, expensive, and that there were not going to be anywhere near as many POTs. They originally thought that a maximum of 10 POTs were going to be sold. And then from there, even after Mistrender opened up, remember, there used to be a policy that, hey, you wouldn't be able to place a town back on the overworld map. But what did they do? They reopened that up. Yeah. So, but we do have a serious problem related to POTs, PRTs, as well as NPC towns. We have a lack of players. We need more players to fill these places because there are still lots of POTs that never have had a single house in them.
Yeah, and according to the player-owned town section on the website, new towns can only be placed in this render if using an Episode 2 Overland Transfer Reservation voucher. Otherwise, they will start in Novia or the Hidden Vale.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which
I,
doesn't make any sense. You know, adding more and
another
more and more.
Another one of their backtracks on statements and policies that they created.
Yeah, we have too many in Hidden Vale, so you know we're gonna and there are still 20 transfer reservations for Miss Render, so Miss Render never even sold out. So aside from dropping a whopping $750 minimum to get a town, then you have to also drop another $50 just to get out onto Miss Render if you want to. Which I'm sorry, $700 is the minimum now. Which I think is a bit of a farce. If I pay $700, you shouldn't tax me $50 to go out to a place where you have empty slots available, and is not overloaded. Unlike Novia, which is overloaded.
Last player-owned towns are on sale right now.
Yeah, they're always on sale.
Oh.
But apparently nobody turned off the holdfast sale because yes, that is even on sale for $700. That's which is usually $900. So it used to be $900 again.
Yeah. But this is one where it's like if you had the chance to purchase a player-owned town right now, do you think that would actually be a good investment?
It depends on what you want to do with it, really. I mean, again, I bought mine for my own reasons, and if you recall, I used to have 3. You used to own a couple, but you realized that you were probably never going to use them, and you sold yours.
Well, I was broke.
Well, that too. You were going through some financial difficulties where you needed to liquidate.
I had to pay a lawyer.
Stuff.
I had to pay a lawyer. Yeah.
Whereas I bought my town secondhand, my third town secondhand for quite the discount. When certain somebody was leaving the game after spending
a considerable chunk of change
of dollars, and then got promised that he was going to get something, and then they reneged on that. So he sold all his stuff, and I bought my second town. I think it was like for $600 at a time when they were still $900, and I wound up selling it for I think $750 later on because I really didn't have use for it.
And at one point in time, some of our friends actually owned upwards of 9, 10 player-owned towns.
I don't recall anybody actually having that many.
Yes.
Who was it?
Brickbat?
Well, I don't remember that. I know he owned like 2.
Yeah. No, he owned like between 7 and 10.
I know he had a whole bunch of brick this, brick that. Yeah, okay. But,
yes.
Yeah. They all had the word
he had
brick
them
in them.
all over the map. But yeah. But no longer. But I mean, it's like we have an excess of land, we have an excess of houses available because you can get your first house for free.
And your second house for free.
And your second house for free.
Yeah, Vayrun says, I don't think we have an issue of needing free lots and soda. No, that's not an issue.
No.
Free lots is definitely not the issue.
But so since we have an overabundance of lots, the idea of POT taxes going to the governor or mayor actually becomes a moot point because someone else is always going to offer free housing
Yeah.
until they run out of space. So since we have an overabundance of vacant towns and even player run towns,
Yes, several of them.
we this is not practical. If we had tens of thousands of players and a lack of housing, this would be a viable concept. And then you would actually see what would end up happening is that people would frequently like sit there and just uproot and move to different towns based off of location as well as rent prices, just because they can. My issue really is there's no such thing as a premium lot if you're an owner,
Hi,
because
Laura.
of recall scrolls. You can always recall to the lot that you bound at.
And
then
Sagalian
after
says he knows it's
yeah.
governor, but mayor is easier to type and sounds better.
Yeah.
But let's finish these last two comments here on this while we're at it too.
Wait, there's two more.
Oh, you didn't refresh it?
No, there's three more.
Oh, there's another one?
Segi with then have the game pay the mayor or the equivalent of the taxes for each tax-free deed. It can be like a subsidized deed with the money coming from the state game and not the player. That evens everything out. It's a virtual good, so no one is out anything. Now, I would go with you would have the game taxes, and then your governor would be able to specify their tax rate for their town.
I would say, yeah, that would be the best way. Regardless of the deed, you would still pay taxes to the game, but then there would be a tax rate based on land size.
That the governor sets for their scene.
There
that
goes
way,
the price of Kodos.
Yeah. Conjurer Dragon is, well, the state is usually only a share of the taxes stay in the community. More goes to the region and more to the state. So if we have the fee of the public vendors as sales tax and the lots tax as ground tax, then no governor, not mayor, after all zone can be larger than just one town, should receive the whole amount of the taxes split between pot for improving the zone regional government to maintain local infrastructure and militia in the state. Isabel is like, this might be a good idea. Before I wondered where the taxes we paid went and if governors received them. I'm a governor now and I know we don't get them, but it would be great to get a share of the taxes to help maintain and grow the pot. I am very happy with my pot, and I also think we should receive something more in exchange for its price, especially considering that almost all of us governors invest more resources to increase the size and benefits of our cities. You just have to see this link to know the investment involved. Implement a system whereby governors would receive taxes from tax pots or the equivalent of free plots, or perhaps the equivalent in Kodos. Would be great to help us, and an incentive for more players to acquire a POT and the game get more economic resources for its development.
Now, again, that would all be great, wonderful unicorns and rainbows if there was a player base to support that. Yes.
Yeah. Need the player base.
I've been here for the better part of 9 years now, and I have plenty, and I say plenty of room. I mean, I've even considered at times taking and merging my two towns together to make one larger town, possibly selling off one and just keeping one, because I literally have just one town that has 2 residents besides myself and nobody else there. It was intended to be a marketplace town, and it's built for a marketplace town, but nobody went there because, you know why? I didn't include the name marketplace in the name. Well, you know what? I'm not naming a place a marketplace just so that people will come to it. If they haven't figured it out,
Hey,
you know,
but Laz, you can always visit shroudmarketplace.com.
well, that's the marketplace that everybody should visit. That's right. Shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual
Yeah.
vendable goods inside Shroud Avatars.
Yes.
And Segalian says there are far too many POTs, and Dyson says not enough players.
Not
Yes,
enough players. Yeah,
exactly.
we need more players. And
Technically, until the player base increases, we shouldn't be selling more player-owned towns. That's my 2 cents on that.
No, yeah. I agree with that. It's like put a pause on all of that due to the number of empty towns.
And of course, when there's
we've hit like
new areas opened up,
65%,
you only open up sales to those areas, and that's it. There's a limit on it, and you stop. Because at this point again, we're to the point where way too many towns. I mean, there's probably 600 plus player-owned towns at this point in the game.
So, Sir Galleon thinks that the player base is increasing the last few months. Let's see. That is something that can be viewed and via Steam charts.
That's exactly what I'm pulling up.
Which you have to remember is only about a third of the actual players.
Oh, look at this. Steam getting cheesy.
What do you mean?
Have you brought up the Steam charts?
Yes.
And you notice the advertising on either side? Oh, you got ad blocks on. Yeah.
Ad block, man.
Yeah. But they're now throwing not even games. Kroger and intermittent fasting. Cheesy Google advertising. I mean, I thought I was bad, but that's even worse.
Hey man, it's whatever gets your clicks.
Yeah.
Hey, you're late.
Huh?
Yeah. It's 1:31, damn it.
Oh, we're late. The butt of the hour.
And you get a Mom. 1 out of 3 chance of winning on my stream. And wait, is Mom even in my giveaway? Was she?
I have nobody in my giveaway. That's not possible. Let me refresh.
I don't know, but it helps if I open the right bag. But you know who's getting a streamer bundle from me? Lomir and Sajay Wize.
Oh, there we go. Now we got entries.
Yeah.
Really? And, only 3 of yous?
Hey, man.
It looks like Mom's definitely getting a bottle here, I'm going to say.
Well, hold. Mom, were you in on my giveaway?
Yep. First thing I do when I listen to you idiots.
Yeah.
Lomir and Mom. And Jack, did you get punted, or are you in the middle of a...
No. I have completed my trade with Lomir.
You were just trading
and
with Lomir.
My giveaway is reopened. Laz's is not yet.
Now, I got to do this, and then I will draw that game key giveaway here at the bottom of the hour as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But, yeah, Steam charts, only about 1/3 of the actual reported players. Laz will probably have his friends list that is probably larger than what Steam charts is.
Yes, I have significantly more players on my friends list online now than the Steam charts actually.
Yes.
Yeah. But which is really weird because in October peak players was 79, which is still quite low, and that was actually a loss compared to the previous month when it had 69 peak players, which I just don't get, but this month, last 30 days, average 34, peak 66, with a plus 3.2 and a 10.33% gain. Yeah,
and a gain
yeah.
of 3.2 players is not really that much, but yeah. But that means that, hey, remember, 1/3 gain of 10 players. Yeah, we need to fix game mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Let's
get
get
those
back
players
over
coming
here,
back
and we're
and
gonna
doing
close
weird
the
things.
giveaway. Pick ourselves a wiener, and Gorix, congratulations. Gorix is gonna get him a copy of Beach Buggy Racing 2 Island Adventure. Beach Buggy Racing 2 Island Adventure going out to Gorix. Congratulations to you. As I archive and refresh both of these giveaways. And get them reopened. Here we go. And you know what to do. Exclamation, I love free shit. Exclamation, bundle me. As we get Gorix's game key.
Yes.
There's Gorix. There he is.
Okay, you ready to go back to some QA server notes?
I think we can do that now.
Okay. We are at the Sour Revenge out in Vickland, where they added the Sour Revenge quest, including crates within the village.
Crates
Created
within the
recipes
village.
for gold and copper banded chests, deployed copper and gold banded chest recipes, added to the carpentry merchants already selling the chest recipe, fixed an exception in the player feedback while quitting the game without login, which prevented proper exit. Out in
It
Necropolis Barrens,
still does that. I'd like to see a proper exit period, not even from the feedback, but yeah.
Hey, how about this one? Necropolis Barrens, the Envy Angel and some of her imps are now being managed by a timed event script.
Hey, about time.
Wasn't that supposed to be done with all the other timed event scripts?
I
Like
thought they had fixed
8
that
months ago?
last year. Yeah, I thought they fixed that last year.
Yeah. Maybe it's 6 months ago, but it was a while ago that was supposed to be fixed. Out in Vickland, the virtue monoliths in this and other scenes can no longer be triggered with ranged attacks. Out in Brewcash, the Umberjack no longer asks for the wrong item when you say package to him.
You got your package right here.
Hey, we got some horse changes because cloaks will now appear if worn while mounted if the player has that option set to be show cloak.
And will not cut the course in half?
Probably. And corrected an issue with the beggar's conversation in Grusk. Added lava fishing trophies.
Because we needed more trophies.
Yeah. Castle Atos, the Yebin, the guild master, should now be able to register new guilds. How does your guild master NPC not function correctly?
Apparently, yeah, hold on. Let's, hold on. We'll get there. I actually have,
It's like, it's an NPC that's got a certain set of things. It should just be, okay.
here we go. Hold on.
Oh, man.
This apparently was an issue.
Well, it was an issue that they
Well,
fixed.
yeah, here it is. I'll pull this up real quick.
When was it reported?
January 8th.
2023. Hey, that was quick to fix. Yes. Da, 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 da.
Well, let's do this topic real quick. Or you want to finish the
Okay.
notes? Finish the notes
So
first, then we'll get to this topic.
bug report. A long time ago, I
Okay.
created a guild. I decided to remove myself from that guild and then attempt to create a new one by speaking to the guild registrar in Castle Atos. At the step where we type in the guild name and press enter, the NPC does not give you the confirmation of the guild's name. Also, no text from the NPC or chat window is explaining why this is currently not working. I'm going to assume I'm not allowed to create a new guild since I had already created one on this account. I'm not sure how to proceed for this account. Dialogue. Steps to reproduce. And added the server time. He left his guild. And Alley Oops like, saw your discussion in Discord about a possible cooldown. Please respond back if you still can't after 24 hours at a guess. Sanyo had the question, if the Castle Atos registrar continues to fail you when creating a new guild, can you check to see if any other guild registrar has the same issues? This will help confirm whether or not the issue is specific to this NPC. And then Anpu's like, it is that Yebin. Then he spoke to Quarry and Airy, who let him create a new guild. Alley Oops like, exactly on the hour. So either the one in Castle Atos isn't working or you hit a timed reset. And I exited my guild at this exact time. You have left the Tears of Raw guild. I'll check the guild registrar in Castle Atos and see if there's something off specifically with them.
Which apparently was the problem, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is one of them things that baffles me because this should be just as easy as create the NPC, place the NPC, and the NPC uses the standard guild registrar script.
Yes.
How do you break that? I mean, I don't understand how that gets broken. It's like the NPCs that we use in our POTs. You have all the different ones, your bartenders, your bankers, your crafting merchant, your pet merchants. I mean, they all use the same exact script. You just place it and it grabs the script and does its job. So I don't understand how you break something like this. Unless, of course, it's got to do with the fact that Castle Atos is a POT that is essentially not a POT, but PRT.
Because there's no player-owned housing.
Yeah. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. I think it's the developers dicking with stuff instead of creating a scene. They just use the POT to create the scene. And again, the problem exists where Castle Atos is accessible in offline mode when it shouldn't be. And the banker has a problem because he's not supposed to be able to access those bankers, because it's a POT. That's putting the cart before the horse sometimes here, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Out in the Desolates, they corrected a typo in Martella's responses. They added the community cloak for the PAX Lair 25th anniversary,
which is coming up this Saturday. But music
removed the weight
by DJ Nurse Justin for your entertainment pleasure right here on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Don't forget to tune in.
They removed the weight from the player guide in the Noble Orb.
Oh, hold on. Let's look at this. How much does a Noble's Orb weigh? Do you still even own a Noble's Orb?
I sold all of mine. Because what a useless chat channel.
Noble's Orb weighs 1, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even have a player guide to check, so.
And guide. Yeah, I don't think I have a player guide. Yeah, I think I deleted that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out in Crooked Shank, they re-added visibility to a river section above a waterfall. You can now collect more than one of the IOU notes from the mayor's house. Out in the central Brittany, the shopkeeper Teresa Rojandas no longer suggests players buy an item that she doesn't shell. Out in POT Solaris, they added new Crossroads Village south of Brittany. This is awesome. Port Citizen Founder Village Player House. Corrected offset location for sounds used by shutters.
I didn't know shutters had sounds.
Yeah, I love the Port Citizen Founder Village Player House. Removed weight from mounts, non-deco version. Out in Jotungrund, barbarians now have a chance to drop a Jotungrund runestone.
Jotungrund.
The runestones can be used to activate either of the two special teleporter sets within the scene. Groups of barbarians may now spawn alongside polar bears that are friendly to them, but not to avatars. The path grid has been regenerated. Corrected reward drop for the glowing pink dye. It will no longer supply pirate gear.
Ooh.
Out in the Braemar Town Crier icon now should show correctly on the map. Yeah.
Braemar, the very, very first town in the game?
The very, 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 very first town in the game, yeah. And added a 6-pack of Heraldry Gust Ball shirts to the store, visible with deployment. Who the fuck's playing Gust Ball anymore?
Well, I was waiting for you to finish that before I even said that. Yeah.
Added a 6-pack of Heraldry Gust Ball shirts to the store, visible with deployment of release 110, and created a new pattern subcategory, Heraldry, and renamed the existing Heraldry entry to Heraldry Eternal. So, how many players are on a field for Gust Ball, Laz?
Minimum of 2.
But generally 3.
Generally 6.
No, there's 6 players on the field, but 3 on per side.
Right.
So why would they add a 6-pack of Heraldry Gust Ball shirts to the store, not a 3-pack? If 3 is a team.
Yeah, I have no idea. Why are we even dealing with Gust Ball Heraldry shirts? I can't tell you the last time I even saw anybody announce that they were playing Gust Ball, let alone, the need for new shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the extra 3 are for players who are sitting on the side waiting to play.
It's so you can sell fan merchandise?
Substitutions?
Fan merchandise?
Yeah.
Get your team's
buy
logo.
Buy your officially licensed Gust Ball team jersey.
Yeah.
But
we'll have to make some of those.
Yeah. Added 4 chest variants to the Crown store. Wasn't this mentioned all the way at the very top?
This is different.
I know I've read this before.
This is different.
Chest with gold bands full of treasure, chest with copper bands full of treasure, chest with gold bands full of gold, and chest with copper bands full of gold.
Yes. The other one was just chests that you can buy off the vendor that you can use for storage with gold bands. Unlike the chests with the iron bands, they just changed the iron bands to gold bands.
The gold. Yeah. Hold on.
So instead of having iron bands like this chest here, you're gonna have gold bands.
How did created recipes for, so they created the recipes and then they also created some,
right, but the recipes are just for chests, not with treasure, right? So one is actually, we don't know whether the deco ones will be actually usable as a storage chest or whether it's just deco like the gold piles back behind us here,
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to have, an open chest with the gold spilling out of it into a pile like this here. That would be nice. Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be nice to make a dragon cave, that you could populate. When are we
Yes.
going to get dragons for dungeons? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Because we got all this other stuff, but then of course, we still have the people wondering when we're going to get things like giant rats and snakes and headless and all those lovely creatures from days of old.
Traps that kill you.
Traps that actually harm you. Yeah, I never understood putting in traps that were traps that didn't do anything except give you an effect. I mean, there's no sense, to have a dart trap that just shoots darts into you and doesn't do any damage, or explosion traps that
Yeah.
make explosions and don't do any damage to you, or fire traps that set you ablaze but don't do any damage to you. But meanwhile, step a toenail into some lava and you're dead instantly. I mean, that's just.
Well, you're not dead instantly. You can jump out and douse yourself a couple of times and still live.
If you don't panic and get to the right skill, or happen to have it loaded, or have a bucket of water on you, yeah, quite possibly. But yeah. But
Shroud math. Shroud math.
Should we now go to some feedback, or should we hit another little topic real quick before we get out of here?
Let's go some feedback on QA 1441.
Refresh that just to make sure you got the latest.
Yes. Out in Jotungrund, the teleporter seemed to be working correctly. I got a Jotungrund runestone from a barbarian, was able to use 2 teleporters only when I had the runestone. The teleporters stay active for about 5 minutes after they've been switched on with the runestone. Suggestion: after I found the teleporters, they did not show up as points of interest on the compass or the map. It would be nice if these would show up as points of interest once discovered. And is this a bug? The runestone is not consumed when I use it on the teleporter. Dun dun dun. Bug. Out in Vikland, I searched for a while but did not see how to start the Sour Revenge quest. I did find many new breakable crates which all broke and yielded some loot. However, without having the quest, nothing else happened so far. This is confirmed as fixed. Fixed typos in the treasure hunt instructions related to the troll statue. I confirmed the following issues were working as intended. Removed weight from the player guide. We removed weight from mounts. Brittany Graveyard added compass marker to the Brittany Sewers entrance. Castle Atos added Milo Dog to the castle area. Cloaks will now appear while worn while mounted. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you're wearing a cloak, you're cutting your horse in half.
Yeah, I had a funny feeling that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
But note.
Yeah. This works correctly regardless of whether Koth simulation is activated or not. I tested with a quiver, spider cloak, worn cloak, knight's cloak, clockwork wings, front clasp cloak, and all seem to work. However, sometimes there is a graphic glitch when I'm mounted, have the cloak show active, and then put on my knight's cloak. The pic below shows the knight's cloak after I equipped it while mounted. I'm not sure if this is specific to the knight's cloaks because it did not seem to happen to the other cloaks I tried.
Yeah, this was the original problem with the cloaks to begin with, which apparently does not seem to be fixed. So,
yeah, and Sanyo did respond. Oops, I forgot to add those compass markers. I'll make that happen, and I'll fix the fact that the teleporter should consume 1 Jotungrund runestone. I'll fix that, and and the quest giver is located here. Spoiler.
You all want to know?
Yes.
On a hill near the bridge.
Devil Cult Yeah, known bug, and specific to this long cloak is acting differently than others. Just unsure how to fix that one. Decided to leave the cloak change there anyway, as it fixed many other bugs. Just need to get this working now. I'm going to go with it's related to Shroud math and scale.
I
Ronaldo.
don't see what the difference between this cloak and the other cloaks are. The Knight's cloak. And the Knight's cloak, the Lord's cloak, and the Duke cloak are all pretty much the same cloak, just different.
Light sources? Although I don't think
Right.
the Night cloak is. It's the Lord
Uh,
and Duke cloak that are light sources.
I think all three are.
Hold on. I got a Night cloak. I just have to find it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Is it this chest? Connect. Is it this chest?
Which one am I wearing? I'm wearing the Lord's cloak, I think it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what we're trying to do is figure out whether or not it is a light source right now.
Yeah, I believe all
'Cause it-
three of them
it's a-
are.
Uh,
But there's no reference to the light source anywhere on the cloak itself.
yeah, and since it is night in game, it will be very easy to see whether or not it
Oh
is
yeah,
a
if you
light
put it
source.
on. Yeah, okay, good point.
Yes. Yes.
But there should be
Uh,
mention that it is a light source.
Yeah. Oops, I closed one. Shit, which one did I close? I hope it's that one. Knight's cloak +1. You ready for this?
Yeah, where are you?
Oh, come on.
You can't
Put
see
the
you.
fucker on. It is a light source.
Yeah.
So you am I standing in the shadows? Where are the shadows?
Well, come stand over here near me.
Come stand
Hold
over
on.
on this side of the wall.
I gotta show the
stand on
cloak
this-
here. Yeah.
So it is. So this way you can see the light difference.
Move down a little.
Take your mug out of your hand.
Now all I gotta do is take my cloak off there, and you'll see the
Okay.
difference in the light source.
So you ready for me? Nope.
Yeah.
Lights on.
Yeah.
Lights off.
Yeah.
Lights on. Lights off.
And
So
then when I put mine back on, mine get the light source. But now, stand side by side to me here.
Oh, I just took it off.
Oh.
I'm not worried about that.
I just wanted to see the difference in length on the character.
No, it's probably the attribute that it's a light source. It's fucking with it. Because they did something silly related to light source as an attribute instead of cloak as an attribute.
Which I'm sure that David probably doesn't recall because it doesn't say it in the attributes. But yeah.
Yeah.
One of those unexplained mysteries of the universe. Why it doesn't say that it's a light source? Let me see something now.
Yeah.
And now that you're saying that, I want to see if the wing helm still has a marker on it or not.
But while you're doing that, here's the quest giver, and not sure how I missed him, but it was raining and dark during my initial search. I did the quest and it seemed to work okay, although I was only able to do one of the two options, which was break the crates. Is this a one-time quest or a daily quest? If it's daily, there's no indication from Necton that I can come back and do the quest again. It's a one-time quest! Yeah, and Laz, hate to say it, time for us to get the flock out of Dodge and pull some giveaways, because only 3 people get on my giveaway again. And you know what? Who still didn't get a bottle? Mom.
Yeah, the
Sorry, Mom.
Knight Marshal's wing helm I forget whether the Mighty Wing helm actually had. I don't think that was a light source, just the Knight Marshal's winged helm.
Okay.
But neither one has a mention of a light source that I can see here.
And their light sources? Yes.
Let's see, hold control to expand. I'm holding control. And that doesn't expand anything.
Amen.
Yeah.
Lomir,
do
time for you to
nothing.
hit accept. And Manelkoff, it is time for you to be the recipient of this random key that deals with your state of mind. Congratulations there, Manelkoff.
And believe it or not, Mom and Lomir both win again. Winning.
See, that's why Mom likes you more than me, because she keeps winning on your side, not mine.
When there's only 3 people in the giveaway, it's
yeah. Well, I mean, odds were there.
Let's get Lomir his. There you go, Lomir.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Let's get Mom hers. Congratulations, Mom. Hope you get some bottles. Hope you win a lot, dude.
Okay.
One day I will get it.
One day.
The best one I've seen so far is an airship. That's the best one that I've given away, or Jack and I have given away. But we're going to close out the final giveaway of the day. We're going to pick ourselves a winner. And Box Try, you are the winner.
You also have to give away for your sub as well.
I gave that away last round. That went out to Gorix as well. Remember? No. Or did you forget that? Yes. But Box Try, you're gonna get yourself a copy of In Between on Steam. Congratulations to you. And In Between is I don't know, what is In Between? In Between on Steam is $11.99 going out to Box Try. So congratulations to you, and of course thank you all for your support. If it wasn't for folks like you guys and gals, we wouldn't be here doing this as long as we have. And of course, we'll be back with more tomorrow, right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Les.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Mom's cat.